back to the Skip Skype. Yes, the Skype-a-rooney. And I think we've got somebody calling us, but they don't need to be calling us because we're going to go to them. We have got, well, maybe we don't. There we are. I think we've got me. There we are. I think it's connecting to our guest. It's connecting to our guest, which is always fun here on Skype. I think we've got our guest with us. Possibly. It's Skype, so you never know if we actually have our guest or not. Who knows? They're trying to call in, I think. I think that's the issue. Potentially. Who knows? We'll see what happens here with our guest. Oh, it hung up on me. Well, that's good. I'm glad that Skype hung up on me. That's always good when I have the Skype and the Skype hangs up on me. There we go. I think we've got our guest. Welcome to the program, Christopher. How are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Pretty good, actually.
Seems to be a bit of a delay here.
If you're listening to us with speakers,
Yes.
you're gonna get that feedback and that delay. Your best bet is to plug in earbuds or earphones or something, and that'll take care of all that.
How about I try on my phone?
That's possible too. You can do that as
All right,
well.
let me give that a shot. Be right back.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. Yes, that is just a as they call it, a pro tip for people in the world of Skype or Zoom or any of these things. It is best to have some sort of headphones or something, because if you don't, you're going to get all sorts of feedback. And as we all know from watching Joe Dirt, he don't like no feedback. So our guest is supposedly going to join us back here in a few moments. Christopher McGuire is going to be with us here on our big program, and he will be here to talk about his music. You are joining us at his hour number 1 still of our big program. And, of course, you can find us each and every day over there at JiggyJaguar.com. That is where a lot of our stuff is. We're also on the mic.fun, but I don't really like promoting the mic.fun because as of yesterday, we no longer own that domain. So I tried to sell the domain, but I don't quite know if we're gonna be able to get any money out of that domain. Hasn't really worked out for us. But go over to kjagradio.com is another spot that you can go as well to find out what we are up to. I think one of my biggest mistakes that I ever made was, and I think we're going to get Chris on the phone here. So I think we're going to go to the telephones, and we'll get Chris that way. Welcome back, my friend. How are you?
It's good to be back. Thanks. I'm fine. And you?
Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. So talk to us about some of your latest things that are going on.
Well, the last record that I put out, When Dreams End, we've been releasing some singles off of that record, and we've been doing quite well on the indie charts. I'm in the process. I've been recording a new record called The Sinner and the Saint. It's got 11 songs on it. The songs are complete. I'm going to be flying back down to Nashville next week to try to finish up the mixes and have it off to mastering. Hopefully that'll be ready by May or June. That's enough, I suppose.
We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here on the telephone. So how do people stream your stuff, hear your stuff? How do they get in touch with you? And
Well, I'm on Spotify, Chris St. John. They can go on www.chrisstjohn.com for my website. On YouTube, it's Chris St. John Music. There's some music videos and some songs. That's the best way to check out what I'm doing.
Fantastic. Chris St. John with us today. He joins us live here on the telephone, talking a little bit about his music and a lot of other things. He's a singer and songwriter. So how did you get started doing the music thing, my friend?
Well, I was writing songs at 14. I had a guitar. It was given to me by my brother, and I picked it up and learned how to play it mostly on my own. The songs weren't that great back then, but they got better over time. Written some songs. I started recording about 3 years ago. I'd written a song while I was on a cattle roundup out in Wyoming during COVID, and it was called "I Need a Horse." I came back and recorded it professionally and liked the way it turned out. So I put together my first record, "I'm Dreaming." That was about 3 years ago. Followed shortly thereafter by "Fly Away," which was recorded in Nashville, produced by Stephen Wrench. That record got nominated for a Grammy this year. And then I would say about 8 months later, we put out "When Dreams End," and now about a year, well, not even a year, 8 months later is going to be "The Sinner and the Saint," which I think is far and away the best work that I've put together. The songs are coming fast and furious, and people say to me, why aren't you playing or going on tour? I suppose that'll happen soon enough, but songs don't always come, and when they're coming, you better be prepared to hear them and express them, because they don't always come. That's been my experience.
Chris St. John with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. So what's been the reception to your music so far, my friend?
Well, it's been quite good. We've had 5 number 1 hits on the European indie charts and the world indie charts, and people seem to enjoy it. It's been quite an unexpected thing for me. I'm full-time. I'm an attorney. And I find the time to create music and make it and record it in between running a pretty big law practice. I'd love to transition to the music industry, but the money isn't there for artists at this time. It's not like it was when I was growing up, where it was easier to make a living. It's much harder now. You have to tour, and I'm not in a position to do that.
Chris St. John with us today. He joins us live here on our big broadcast. So we are going to go to "Lost Without Your Love." Tell us a little bit about this track.
Sure. Well, I was getting ready to go to Nashville to record the record "When Dreams End," and I was playing a baritone guitar the day before that I got on the plane, and the song came to me, wound up on the record, and turned out to be certainly one of the best singles on the record. I was so happy with how it turned out, and it just came, out of nowhere. I was just playing a melody on the guitar, and the lyrics followed. It's not that complicated, but it's, I think it speaks to what I was feeling at the time that I wrote it.
Well, we are going to do this. We're going to place you on a brief hold here on the telephone. We are going to play this track, and when we come back, we've got more with Chris St. John.
It's hard to say I love you, and I don't know why. Hard for me to show myself like the clear blue sky. I'm lost without your love. Lost without your love. Lost without your love. I can't live without you. I'm trapped inside this loneliness. My heart cries out for tenderness. I'll try my very best to express I love you. If I open up my heart to you, scares me what you'll see. If I show you just who I am, will you leave me? I'd be lost without your love. Lost without your love. Lost without your love. I can't live without you. It's hard for me to settle down. I've been on the run. You are so beautiful, like the rising sun. I'd be lost without your love. Lost without your love. Lost without your love. I can't live without you. Me, I stay the same. I fight myself to change. I must sing it to explain just how much I love you. I love you. I love
We are back live. Chris St. John joins us here on our big program. And Chris, how do we get in touch with you online and buy your music and support your efforts, my friend?
ChrisSt.John.com. You can. I've got some music for free on there for downloading for people if they want to buy the CD or CDs that I put out. They can buy them there. They can buy some merchandise as well, and they can contact me from that website.
Fantastic. It is a great guest with us today, Chris St. John with us. Well, Chris, I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on and chatting with us. Before we let you go, how do people correspond with you once they bought your music?
I mean, they can go on my website, ChrisSt.John.com, and they can email